Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for, hey, the first day of the month, February the 1st, Monday, February the 1st. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of our trading room. This is the address to get in. It's a free room, and the room is open between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm live on the mic between those two times. All right. Well, today I decided I wanted to concentrate a lot more on Holly on our AI channel to see what I could unearth with it. It's kind of interesting for me because if we take a look at the profit and loss graph, now obviously it doesn't look really good right now, but notice right at the beginning of the day it had a nice little jump. And here is where I was able to take some advantage of Holly. Interesting, I think on Friday we had a totally green day. It was up and then, basically flatline green for the balance of the day. But what I have actually found is that a lot of the times Holly starts off negative and then it turns green later on, which was for me, just let me close down sound alert, which for me was really signifying that perhaps should wait a little bit, even though the trade was alerted. The first maybe 30 minutes, because we're not getting trades until 15 minutes. But even in the first 15 minutes after that, the market's still a little whippy, trying to find a direction. And I was seeing that we were getting kind of whipped out of trades that were turning out pretty good later on. Not today, though. Actually, Holly was strong right from the get-go. And so I'm going to show you, let's see, a couple of trades to show you how I tried to play them because, it is also a matter of watching Holly when you are, you could look at the trade and let's just say it was to short and it popped up. So you didn't get in because it popped up immediately. So of course you're going to wait more than likely. But then when it comes back down to that short price, that's when you should be probably really looking at it again. And unfortunately, right now the limit alerts for the charts are not available yet. I'm hoping within 2 to 3 weeks everybody will have them. And then you can just write on the chart, and I'll show you what I mean. Right on the chart, you can set the limit alert so that when the price that originally was triggered here happens again, you'll know about it. So let's just take a look at a couple of trades here, and let's get a new chart up. And by the way, I might be getting out of this one. I'm in this one at 1404, or sorry, 3403, 3303, 3304. I might have to get out of this. This was the only RBI for me today so far, and that was at 33.95. So I'm still, the stop is 33.90. We'll have to see what happens on this one, but um, I was in a slightly profitable position before I just started this video, but we'll see if it regains 34. So I'm just going to tuck this away, and so I just have to keep an eye on it. Let's get another new chart. Now, the exciting one, and this was not Holly. This was we got the alert on. Actually, I have here just one that shows stocks that are rising very quickly, and this certainly fit the bill. IG. Look at this. Massive pop. One of the things about IG is that it has incredibly low float. I believe it's only under 3 million in the float. So this is what happens, all of a sudden, obviously they came up with some news, and I didn't read the news. I don't really care what the news is right now, but I'll watch this one going forward tomorrow. But you can see the massive pop it had from 179 all the way up to 375, so almost a $2 pop, which is obviously incredible for a stock at this price. I took the trade. Now these are in 15-minute candles, so it doesn't really. Let me just go to a 5 minutes. Let's show it a little bit better. Yeah, see here was a little pullback. I took the trade right here at 269 right here, and I sold almost immediately at 3 and then at 270 as it came back down. Now it did pop back up, but I miss it. But this is so emotional right now. Let's take a look at it on the daily, And you've got this topping tail up here, you got a topping tail here. Now you've got another topping tail. So hard to say what's going to happen tomorrow, but I would certainly be watching it because, especially if it closes just at 3, a little over 3, that'd be great. So we don't, you see right there is a little high there a few weeks ago at about 312. If it closes above this, or if it closes over 3 tomorrow and it pops through, then you have at least $1 perhaps that it could run. You never know, but definitely one to watch for tomorrow. All right, so PPL. PPL was one of the first ones I took. Let's get down to the 15-minute, and that was from Holly. And the alert, let me just think probably easier if I do this alphabetically. Here we go. So here's alphabetically. So you can see it was at 9:52. So it was 8 minutes after the first alerts are occurring. Here's one at 9:45 as an example. And so 9:52. And this was to short it, 35.80. Now, if I remember what happened, 35.80. No, okay. 35.80. And there it is. 9:30, 9:52. So it would have been on this candle right there. So 35.80, and I actually shorted it at 35.74 right here. And it was really turned into kind of a scalp. I mean, I got it all the way down to I covered some at 35.52 right there on this candle, and then covered the balance as it was moving up to 35.70. Some people actually went long it afterwards, but Dan Merkin, our CEO, popped into the room and said, based on Holly's reaction today when it was up and now it's down, smaller share size, perhaps wider stops would be the key because otherwise I didn't find a lot of great directional stocks today. I mean, a directional stock for me would have been one, okay, after it pulled back a little bit, kept going for quite a while. The only one I really found was SYY, and that was an earnings play. And this was a very good play. A couple little pullbacks here, but all in all, a very nice play on the upside and an earnings play. But I didn't see very many stocks like this. Hershey was another one. And let's find Hershey, 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 Hershey. So again, this was a short situation, 89.40. So this was a classic because 89.40. So they wanted you to show basically what they're looking for. They're thinking maybe this is topped out, okay? But look what happened. 89.40. Make sure I'm just going to put this on pause for a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Just had to get my bearing. So this is the candle that the alert happened at, and again, the alert was at 89.40. But you see what it did? It got actually all the way up to 89.65. Who knows where it was going to go from there? But then it finally did fall back down, and that's what I was saying. I said to the room I was going to watch this one to see if it got back down to the trigger price. Didn't it took a while? Remember, these are 15-minute candles, so it took a while. I mean, when I say a while, certainly within 15 minutes. And I ended up shorting it at 89.29, right about here. I'll just put a mark here. And did it turn into be a fantastic trade? No, not fantastic. Unfortunately, shorted it right there and it got down to 80. I actually covered some at 88.94. And then as it came back up, almost to this level, I covered it for pennies. So it wasn't a great trade in terms of the actual profit and all. But what I'm trying to point out, I mean, this could have kept collapsing. Remember, Holly seems to think this is a short play. All right. So it gave you the alert here to short. Now it did pop up immediately. So there was really no reason to get into it immediately because when you saw the alert, it kept going up. And for me, I'm always going to wait to see if it can get to a top. But what I'm more interested in is putting a target, setting the limit alert right at the price that it got alerted at. Now I missed it by a little bit because it started to come down. So this, in a perfect world, this would have dropped a lot more. But nonetheless, it turned out to be a decent trade. Um, that, you know what, Coors is another one, but Coors was very, very whippy and erratic. I don't even want to go over it. Coors was just so whippy and erratic. Um, I had a small trade on DWA. I took a loss on that. I just want to point that out. And then we're in car. So the main exercise for today was really, today was not a great day for continuation. Was to not lose sight of a stock. We get the alert, goes up, keep watching it, and I'll show you how easy it is to put these alerts on, the limit alerts. Let's say we wanted a limit alert down here. Say it wanted to go down to this level and we wanted to be alerted at. So I just basically, I see how I've just put my crosshairs or the cursor, not the cursor, but the dotted line there. I just create the alert and I can put a little note in it. I'm not going to do that right now, but at this point, right there, that little orange line, that signifies where the alert's going to happen. If the stock came back down through there, I would immediately get a little pop-up alert. And not only that, kind of cool, this orange line will turn green. So a lot of great things coming. On the AI channel, I'm definitely going to be spending way more time on it, trying to following these alerts because again, the statistical probability of that working was high. It didn't work out to a tremendous advantage, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't follow it. And this could have kept dropping because the statistics kind of said that it should have. But anyway, it just gave me a small gain. But that's why it's going to take some practice using Holly. But I'm definitely getting way more excited about it because it's turning into just a great top list for me to follow all day long. All right, that's it for today. Let's see. Again, here's how to get into the trading room. It's a free trading room, so tell all your friends. Let me just see what Carr is doing. Make sure, yeah, okay, car is still in I mean, I'm in at 3403, so no reason to get out of it. It's very tight right now. It may not be that dynamic, but again, this is another, see, I have a few more I have to take a look at when I stop the video. But again, the RBIs and the GBIs are something that comes with the AI channel also. When I say comes, when you subscribe to the AI channel, you also get the RBI and GBI. So I'm actually in this. I'm going to have a link in the text that I put, and the link is going to show you how you can get right now the best price for the AI channel and any other subscription that you might want to have. Okay, that's it for today. Again, thanks for listening, and I hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye bye.